Are you new here? Of course not. But just the same, welcome to my Inn Tavern, the Scribble Kibble. Notorious as a hangout for animators, artists, people who apparently just like the sound of my voice, and minimal. I'm hoping you'll indulge me for a few minutes all the same. Here it is, Thatch and Dial Episode 1. This isn't even a storyboard! And you are right. I'd be more inclined to call illustration to go with it. The purpose is to tell a story. The pictures are not crucial like they are in a comic, but they're supportive additions to the text, or in this case, the audio. A storyboard's purpose is to be a guide for an animation, through the still the characters are within the camera frame. It contains notes on camera, motion, direction, and sometimes dialogue or sound effects. Even the most minimal storyboard will have arrows drawn that show motion direction. If the storyboard is synced to the animation's audio track, the storyboard must also be timed appropriately. A poorly done storyboard will dedicate too much or too little time for the action a character is supposed to take. As a result, the animator either won't have enough time to fit everything into the shot, or they will be left with a long space and nothing to do. You'll also notice, because storyboards are meant to prepare for an animation, that there will be far more pictures than a picture book or a comic would have, as a storyboard. The technique in the video is to make a few pieces of art very well, and then fade in each aspect of it, like the character color, the background lines, and the background color. This way you can stretch out one piece of art over a long period of dialogue. Adding camera movement to these very long, still images is essential because otherwise your viewers will get bored of looking at the same thing for so long. Outside of the colored illustrations, Thatch and Dial relies on sepia-toned character portraits, much like how I edit this show, except with better art. I expect in future Thatch and Dial episodes that the artists Aaron and Sabrina will draw more poses and have a bigger library of images to work with, and we'll see a little bit more action in the video. So yes, Thatch and Dial is a very minimal base of what you at all. You could turn the images off completely, and likely the only confusion you would have is when Thatch talks about walking on his paws instead of on his human feet. The art gives us the information about what the characters look like, which spares us a descriptive paragraph or two about a gray fox with a sash around his tunic and such and such. The main purpose of the video is to showcase music. That's what Mandopony's channel has always been about. Which leads to some very interesting possibilities. On the musical story front, Thatch and Dial could become very interesting indeed if the story were inexorably intertwined with the music like a musical, or if the characters composed pieces related to immediate events. But what do I know? I have no idea which direction this series is going to move because the prologue-like episode we just saw is all we've got to look at right now. So while Thatch and Dial may become a little more animated in the future, it's safe to say the series will be all about music. And I'm happy to showcase it because I love repeating myself about how you don't need to animate to tell a story with art. Art is for storytellers. Animation is for visual actors. By the way, is going to be an animation called Welcome to Hell. I suspect some of you have already seen it.